Hello and welcome for our live safari again this evening. My name is Duncan. We are together with Gideon at Lare Motorogi Conservancy. Welcome for our live safari. We are on the southern end of the conservancy, and it's such a beautiful evening today again. Just a beautiful sunset that is going to happen. It looks like the cloud is quite dramatic today. And right on our left, we got some beautiful family of elephants just walking past us. So it looks like it's a mother and daughters and a little one. It's a family of 5, all just cruising along this open plain. Such a beautiful evening today. Yeah, it's still quiet a little bit here, but definitely it's life with game. As you can see, the elephants are just cruising along, and we just got some good news that probably in a few weeks, we don't know, the migration is seeming to be coming back, but we still have a lot of game around. We have these beautiful elephants here. We got to see topi, gazelles and all that, and wildebeests, the resident ones. But right here at the southern end of the conservancy, it's looking a little bit quiet. But this can be also a sign of the presence of cats. This is the heart of the territory of the Monaco Pride. And this is where the Monaco Pride normally move around. These are the hills, the one on the left along here. This is their territory. So it's still a little bit hot for now, but probably another 1 hour or so, the Monaco Pride will be able to come down the hills. As you can see, the hills are a good vantage point for them to be able to look around. Let's get closer to the elephants, walking close to the hill. Hold on, I'm just gonna try to position for the elephants. So we just got a bit of rain for the last few days, and the landscape is getting a bit more greener again. This is a sign that we might have the migration coming back again. Normally when it rains a lot like now for the last few days, you realize that the wallabies crossed the border, that they were not very far away, and this might bring them back to the Mara. Apparently we got some news that there's some big herds that are crossing on the southern end. Okay, the youngster is getting a little bit interested with the vehicle. Very peaceful family. There's a little one in the middle. Yeah, so they have been taking a bit of a mud shower. As the little one looks like she's been kind of rolling in the mud. If you look at it, it's quite almost like having 2 different colors. They have definitely gone through a little swamp somewhere and sprayed themselves with a little bit of mud just to cool off, and that will also help protect the parasites of the skin. there's one that's rumbling a little bit. They're communicating maybe. The matriarch is telling the rest of the group, let's move this way. The matriarch is the oldest cow that is leading this family and is way to our left with the little one. So because we still have the very high grass, we do have elephants still around, but once it gets a lot more drier, they tend to end up going to the western end of the Mara at the escarpment or Lolola escarpment, and some of them might even cross the border into the Serengeti. This youngster here could probably be about 5 years old. You can tell they're very relaxed. Yeah, even the mother is leaving the little one just to keep moving herself. Probably they're heading into the hill. Let's get a little closer. Very beautiful sunrise right in front of us. It looks like today is going to be a very, very nice sunset. Very, very dramatic clouds. Beautiful sunrise. Not too bad, although we have a little bit of a haze today. It's a bit hazy, but really looking nice. So they're heading to the Naronyo Hill, which is one of the good areas for the Monaco. Most of the time we realize that they go up here and just scan the plains to see if there is any game around, like zebras or wildebeest or gazelles. And it's a lot more cooler up there. Yeah. So just by coincidence, there's a lioness that is right in front of the elephant, one of the Monaco females. And we might see 2 of the big 5 on the same frame. We're just going to position the vehicle so that we can have a view of the lioness as well as the elephants. 2 of the big 5 on the same frame. We were just looking at the elephants and we were lucky to see, I think it's a lioness. Will still be on the hill, but this one came down fast to a scout and see the waters. I will be interested to see how the reaction will be with the elephants or the lions. Elephants don't see the lions yet. I'm just going to position so that you can have a view. So now we have a lioness, and under this little tree is a lioness. There's a lioness lying down under the tree. That's a head. Under the tree there's a lioness. The female lion is resting. And on the distance in the background there's elephants. So we have 2 of the big 5 on one frame. So let's just chill out here, see what happens, because the elephants are walking towards the lioness. Yeah, when a cat is getting ready to move, that's what they do. They start yawning when they're getting ready to go. So perhaps the female lion might end up, moving. But let's just wait and see what happens. some parts of Africa, like in southern Africa, we've seen cases of lions trying to hunt young elephants or baby elephants. But in this place, there's a lot of food to eat. There's a lot of food for lions. So I have never seen a scene where a lioness is hunting a baby elephant or anything. And I think this particular case is female is just resting. Okay, let's see if we can get a little closer. Looks like the elephants are totally oblivious. They haven't seen the lioness. The lioness is quite blended in with the grass. They're so brown. Yeah, now she can. The elephants are getting a little closer. See, she's up. Sorry, darling, they disturbed your sleep. She's a big female. This is one of the Monaco females, one of the very experienced hunters. I think she must have been scouting around to see if she can find some waters. What you see is a sort of a territorial behavior. She's praying like that, and if a male walks through here, then they'll be able to tell that there was a female. This position. What a beautiful show. I reckon probably the rest of the pride might be on the hill, but she just came down to check if there's anything available. Looks like the elephants don't really care, they're just walking past. There's one youngster, are we still walking? I reckon he's not really aware. Beautiful. Well, lions live in prides. So a pride of lion is probably a group consisting between probably two to probably a big number. And this particular female is within their territory. So definitely the rest of the pride could be on top of the hill, still sleeping. But maybe this one female came out to scout to see if there is anything available, like warthogs or anything to hunt. She's looking quite hungry, and probably that's why she came down a little earlier. So they live in groups called prides, a pride of lion. Yeah, one of the elephants is walking a little closer, and the female lion is dozing away. Where to go? Having two of the big five in one frame. Look, the elephant is coming. They're looking at each other now. It looks like the young elephant is also respecting the lioness. Is just turning away, saying, mind your own business. I'm just gonna eat grass. No worries. I'm just gonna go. And she says, okay, goodbye. You're too big. I can't eat you. What a sight. This is really cool. Now the ellis are just moving their way away from the lioness. They're heading onto the hill. Probably, we'll just take here and chill out and see if the rest of the pride will start coming down the hill one by one, because this can happen. So this is one of the Monaco pride females. Monaco pride is one of the biggest prides we have in the conservation area. Last count, it was about 26 lions, and they're beginning to get scattered all over the place because nothing is really enough for them. So sometimes you will find 2, 3, or 10 together. And this is Olare Motorogi Conservancy in Masai Mara, Kenya. It's one of the best places for game viewing in Masai Mara. Olare Motorogi Conservancy is a private game reserve that's adjacent to the main national park, and it's really pumping with game. Yeah, this is one of the areas that you get lots of lions. So the Monaco pride is totaling 26, as I said. Now she's getting a bit more cozy, more comfortable, seeing that the elephants have gone. You could almost hear her breath. What a life. Just the sound of grass, elephants munching away. Beautiful female lion just taking a rest in the open plains. We're hoping that the rest of the pride could still be on this hill. This is the hill that is really known for this pride. It's called the Naronyo Hill, which is like on the southern end of the conservation area, close to Monaco. Both hills are very close to each other, and this is the residence for these lions. The little baby elephant is just playing, not really minding about a lioness being too close. Playing with its little tiny little trunk. Trees is something white. I suspect it's another lioness. You are together with this one and it's still sleeping. Yeah, so the lion dynasties here in the Mara are quite interesting. Like for this particular pride, it has been having a lot of takeovers. Many males, I've gone through this pride. Oops, she can hear something. I do too. What is that? I hear something like growling. Could be part of the pride might have made a kill. Let's follow this lioness. There's a change of things. Let's follow because we definitely heard something growling also. She's running. Let's try to keep up with her. We heard something growling like something that is dying. She's running. Let's try to follow her. She's really running now. Looks like maybe one of the lioness is in the water. Definitely a sound of something that's getting strangled. We're just gonna stop here and listen. Yep, something must have happened here, definitely. Let's just keep following this lioness. Okay, it's an impala running towards the lion. Which I think probably so something just happened. There's an impala walking towards the lion, but we just had something growling down there, like something that's getting strangled. That impala is looking quite frightened. You're not very sure. It could be a lion, it could be a leopard, it could be something. Just keep it quiet. just having a lioness that is talking an impala here. But there's so many things happening now. We just had something crying. Now the lioness is keeping an eye on that impala. Probably this impala might have lost a baby and is still freaking out, running in the same direction. Could be something there. It's looking frightened. We're just gonna drive there, see what this impala is saying. The lion is still keeping an eye, but the impala is gone a little further. We just want to check here, but the impala jumped us if they saw something. I'm very sure it is lion to put something on. We definitely had something really like making a loud cry. Guys, we're just going to check here quickly and then we go back to the lioness. It's really getting interesting here. So we had the cry of something that's dying, and the lioness just took off quickly. And all of a sudden, this single impala just showed up from nowhere. But we definitely had something growling like loud cry. It's a jackal. Yeah. We have two jackals here. Not sure what the jackals have caught the young one of an impala. That's what we had crying. Now the lioness is coming to the kill of the jackals. Just watch this. It's two jackals, and the lioness is approaching. The two jackals. It's the jackals that killed the young one of an impala. That's what the lioness had. Now watch this. The lioness is coming, running. Watch. Lioness is chasing them away. And she got the kill. Free meal. What a sight. Free lunch for the lioness. The jackals have gone crazy. They have lost their lunch. Wow, it's still almost alive. It's still kicking. That's what we had, and the lioness had it too. Well done, Mama. You got a free lunch. Yep, you're gonna get closer. She's enjoying it now. So these two jackals just caught this baby impala right now. And wow, what a sight. Amazing. Can't get better than this. Sorry, jackals. Yeah, go find another one. This is too late for this. So guys, we are live from Mahali Mzuri Conservancy, Mahali Mzuri. This is one of the Monaco females. Just got a free meal a whole baby impala. Um, took it over from the jackals. We just had the growl when the young one went down, and the jackals just killed it. And lucky enough, this lioness had it, and we also had it. We thought it was the cry of something that's dying, and for sure it was true. It's a young one of an impala got caught. The mother just took off, just ran now. We were just trying to follow the mother to see what it was going back to. But wow, it's still alive. Sure. Yeah, I think this jackal is gonna get a headache. It's not gonna get anything, but she can't believe what happened. Yeah, this is what we call fortune always favors the prepared. This lioness was just ready for anything and was looking around, and elephants came and walked by. She just kept staying there. All of a sudden we had this cry, and we were all following this lioness. And it was this baby impala that just went down. It was killed by the jackals. So because the bones are quite soft and fresh, this lioness is gonna crush everything. This will be a good day for this lioness if she doesn't get anything from now. She possibly is fine. Now the other lionesses are out looking. They're still on the hill. I see two. They're still watching down here. And this mama is having lunch. Sorry, jackals, go see if we can find another baby impala. This is too late for this. I think we can call this a sundown on the plains. The sun is going down, and we can get a bit of the sky. It's practically a nice sundowner for this lioness. That's fantastic. It's a sundowner, and it's a sundowner and a jackal. You know, beautiful sunrise going down there. Yeah, this jackal is seriously irritated. Just imagine she just caught this baby impala 2 minutes ago, and this lioness just had it and came back and got it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely the mother was irritated more. We heard the cry of the baby, and I saw this impala running up, towards the lioness, and I thought that was it. She was gonna run straight to the lioness, but yeah, it happens. So the impala lost the baby, the jackals lost the kill. Such a dramatic evening. We just saw, two of the big five in the same frame. 10 minutes later, a beautiful kill. Jackals took down a young one of an impala. And the lioness is just chilling out there. Just came and got a free sundowner. Fantastic. What a sight. Yeah, so this beautiful mama is just enjoying this very fresh meal. She's looking now like she has some red lipstick on her. Yeah, so we just chill out here and see what happens, because some of the lionesses are still on the hill, but they're watching down. They had the jackals barking, and they're paying attention. I don't think because the grass is high they can see the female lion eating, but they're definitely curious what's going on. They're still on the hill. They will be coming late. Sundowner will be over by the time they come down. This female will have eaten everything. So that's the cycle of life on the African plains. You know, not anything can happen anywhere, anytime. There are no absolute rules in the wild. You know, we were just chilling out, watching elephants. 10 minutes later, lioness. A few minutes later, we had something crying, dying. And when the lioness jumped off it, we were running, all of us. And this is what happens. You know, the jackals lost a kill. The female lion is enjoying some beautiful sundown. Nice lipstick now. And that some other lionesses are just watching from the hill. They really have no idea that this female is having a nice meal. Lovely to hear the sounds of nature. You can hear the crunch. So let's just pull up a little bit, see if we can see the jackals as well. I'm looking quite irritated, and they just really have no choice but to leave the scene. Try to see if we can also see the jackal from here. They've really lost hope, these jackals. Yeah, I'll try to focus on the jackal as well. She's coming around, she's getting some bit of courage. Maybe she wants some scraps. Gone behind the tree. I don't think you'll see the jackal now. She's gone behind the tree. And we can get the lion and the beautiful sunset. Lovely. Yeah, someone is asking, will it eat it all and leave nothing for them at all? Yeah, definitely yes. You know, the wild is quite cruel. You know, this lioness will just gonna eat the whole, baby impala and just leave. And the jackals will probably come and see if they can find any scraps. But I reckon nothing is gonna be left because the bones of this little impala are still very soft. So this lioness have got very powerful teeth. They're just gonna crush the whole thing. And eventually we'll head towards a hill where the rest of the pride are resting. Just to say, so you guys have slept and I got some lunch. So the lioness is gonna finish up everything. Poor jackals are just gonna back the whole evening, having lost such a delicious meal that they got for themselves. So we can't see the jackal at the moment. They're gone behind the tree. You can see when the lioness is really eating the leg. It's like a sausage. It's crushing the whole leg. She might leave the hooves. What a sight. This is really incredible. beautiful lipstick on her. Yeah, delicious. So in the ladder, this is the jackals are mainly, people mistake jackals and they keep saying they are part of the scavenging team. But what we just witnessed now is that the two jackals took down this young baby impala. So they also make kills for themselves, and I've seen them hunt even baby gazelles. So they can do scavenging, and they also can kill for themselves. So as opposed to the norm where people say, oh, jackals are scavengers, they also make their own kills. This is what we just witnessed now here. And hyenas as well are scavengers, but they can make their own kills. And, that's why we say there are no absolute rules in the wild. Anything can happen. So the only thing that might chase this lioness away from here probably is a clan of hyenas. Probably if 20 or 30 hyenas come now, they might pressurize the lion to try and drop this little kill and run off. But the hyenas are still sleeping. They have no idea that lunch is being served. So it's a good day for the lioness. And this female really looked very hungry. Try to zoom into the jackal. It's sitting properly now. I reckon that might be the male. There were two of them. The female is there, run away, it's really further. This particular male is trying to have the male ego saying, oh, how can you take the kill from us? It can't really fight a female lion. He is hoping that the lioness will live at some point. Such an incredible sight. Beautiful sunrise on the western end of the Masai Mara, and this female lioness is finishing up a young baby impala. This is live from Mahali Mzuri Conservancy. This is one of the Munico Pride females. This is one of the oldest females, I think. She's been with the Pride for quite long, and she must have seen a few takeovers. Because there's several males that came through this Pride. Most of the time they lost all their cubs to new males that came in. But apparently they have been stable with the males that are currently in charge of the Pride. Three big males that are in charge of the Monica now. They seem to be stabilizing up a little bit, but the lion dynasties here are quite interesting. We had another pride called Nkwana Pride that went down into the reserve, and they left their offsprings to make another pride called the Dik Dik. And the Dik Dik Pride has got two males also. But we have a resident pride close to Mahali Mzuri called the Siketa Pride. And yeah, it's quite a pumping with a lot of lions here. I reckon this female probably could be 10 years old, 10 or 11. She's quite old. Looking at her face and her body, she's lost all the. Normally, see lions have got faint spots when they are still at the younger ages. But as they age, those little spots disappear completely. And looking at the face of this female, she's quite an old girl. She has a bit of scars on her. She's been in a lot of fights, probably fighting males who are coming to kill the cubs and take over the pride, or fighting with other females. She's looking like quite an old girl. This is how you can tell, because she, such experienced old females like this one just came down on purpose just to take any chance that comes in. The rest of the pride are still on the hill, but using her experience for many years, she just came down and lied under a tree and just watched every movement on the plane. And sure enough, she had this. We all had this growl of this jackal, and we got to see this beautiful kill. On average, lions can live for about 12 years in the wild, but they can live longer. And even in captivity, they might live close to 15, 17 years. There are records of those lions living up to 15, more than 12 years. But on average, they live 12 years in the wild. The rule here is survival for the fittest. If you get old, you look sickly, they get eliminated by hyenas, or they get killed by other lions. So it's very rare for animals out here in the wild to die of old age. They always get killed by others. So that's why you always see all the animals on the plains are looking very fit and healthy. The sick ones, the old ones, the broken-legged ones, they're all been eliminated. Yeah, the lioness is finishing up the whole kill. Now it's crushing the head. Yo, it's gone. The whole baby impala is in her tummy now. Fabulous. Can't get better than this. This is really cool. Yeah, so this is how game unfolds here. You will be looking at one thing, another thing is happening, another thing comes up. And so it's a whole sequence of events, from watching the elephants to seeing the lioness to, seeing it, how it behaves when the elephants are getting closer, to hearing the cry of the little baby impala when she got caught by the jackals. Oh, she's crushing the head. You can see the eye, she popped the eye. Yo. Yeah, it's a whole cycle of life. Very beautiful. She's now definitely having some dessert. rest of the pride have decided to sleep again on the hill. Awesome. It's crashing the whole leg. Wow. Where are you gonna take that little leg? Poor jackal. Sure. Leave something for the jackal. Don't eat it all. That's it. Everything is gone. She's done. Probably she's gonna head back now to where the rest of the pride are. Doing a little bit of territorial behavior, marking this little area. It's a very common ritual with lions to mark. Now watch, the jackal is coming to find something. There's a little bit of bone. So I'm gonna pull a little bit further from here because this jackal is a bit shy, and there's a bit of a leg bone that's left. She will come for it. Let me just pull away a little bit so that the jackal can come and pick that little bone. She's really so sad about this. jackal is coming to pick the bone. The lioness is really not caring. Jackal is coming to pick the little bone. Nothing much really. Yeah, she's got a bit of a bone. That the whole food is gone. A foot bone. Lioness is cleaning herself after having such a beautiful meal. Wow, that was really, look at the sunset. The sun is really gonna be so beautiful sunset today. Yes, very dramatic clouds. Really cool. So guys, that brings us to the end of our show for today. Live from Mahali Mzuri Conservancy, Mahali Mzuri. This was such a beautiful sighting. Such a great sighting for today. So we will be able to see you again next Wednesday for our next episode of the Sofa Safari. So we'll be able to bring you live again Wednesday next week. This was such an incredible evening, and thank you for staying tuned in, and we look forward to bring you more exciting stories and the chronicles of the bush on our next safari. That is next Wednesday. This was such a cool sighting. The lioness is just finished cleaning herself up, and she's probably gonna head to where the rest of the pride are. They're still up on the hill, and they could be waiting for the dark of the night to unfold so that they can come in and start roaming the plains. You realize that lions are consummate resters, and they rest the whole day, and they get very active, at night and when the sun goes down. So it will be goodbye for now, and we'll look forward to seeing you next Wednesday for our next live safari from Mahali Mzuri. Thank you.